Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to an episode of Camilla and I. Today we're at Lodmoor. We're at the seaside, very nice, and we're here today specifically for photographing the common tern, and we're actually overlooking a couple of nesting pods that they've sort of set up in the lake here at Lodmoor, and this is where they come in and feed the chicks. So we're miles from them, but it's an opportunity to get in-flight shots feeding the young with fish, and miles away from prying eyes of photographers or anything. Very safe environment for them there. So that's where they rear their young. But of course they're constantly feeding them, so it gives us these flight shots. They're delightful silvery grey and white birds with that dark patch around the head, which makes the exposure tricky for us photographers. They're also known as the sea swallow. So the common tern is about 35 centimetres, about a foot long, and wingspan 77 to 98 centimetres. Lovely bird, and weight, they weigh in at about 90 to 150 grams, depending on the age. Beautiful. What I particularly like is the in-flight shots. They have this dynamic acrobatic style which is unique to the terns, with the swept back wings and diving into the water. Incredible. Beautiful little bird. So what we've got today is fast moving action subjects. So we're looking for flight shots, and I'm trying to freeze the action, trying to freeze the fighting between the common terns, and I'm setting 1/2000th of a second, f6.3. Well, in fact I've just come down, stopped down to f8, and the reason is that if you get two in the same frame, there's a chance of getting the two interacting between them, and there could be a difference. They're probably not on the same focal plane, so there'll be a difference in the depth of field, which would be quite extreme. So anyway, if I get distracted, you'll know what it is. So basically the common tern goes out to sea, picks up a small sprat or something, quite a small fish, and then it comes back and feeds it to its chicks in the nest, which is, say, on these sort of islands they've set up, which is specifically for the common tern here. There's a pair now racing across the sky. It's a great chance for in-flight shots. Oh, missed one there. Talking to you lot. Bang, bang, bang. Don't exactly need a silent shutter for this one. The common terns are pretty noisy. And bang. But I'll simulate the, when I take a shot, I'll simulate with a bang bang, as you do. Yeah, occasionally you get two up together, fight for a little fight ensues. It's quite nice. One sort of pooed on the other one there. Very unusual action, I haven't seen that before. This one's teaching the young one how to fly, I don't know. Usually fighting over a fish, but bang bang, bang bang. F8, ISO 400, 2,500th of a second. Couple of birds, they're sort of interacting. Perhaps it's a young one being taught how to fly. Very bizarre. I've just come off, just on, stopped. Third negative compensation. Probably see that pair out there now. Incredible. Don't know what they're doing. Right, old ding dong. You can see them. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Teaching the youngster to fly. Another one with a fish. I'm sure they tease the others at the colony. I've got a fish, you haven't. I'm sure that's what they're saying. But no, they just take different flight paths back to the nest just to stop getting mugged by their older, more wily common terns. If they're not careful, they'll steal their prize catch. Yeah, go and get your own. Although quite an easy bird to catch in action, they do fool the camera meeting me quite a bit because they are essentially black and white, and the eye being surrounded by the black part is particularly difficult to get the exposure right. So even all my experience, I struggle. Using auto ISO helps, but essentially we're looking for, what have we got? Minus a third of a stop compensation. It's still quite early in the morning yet, but a white bird essentially against a dark sky. So the one thing you don't want to do is blow out the highlights. So it's a nice easy subject today. Nice sit down one. Oh, occasional stand up. But, hear that oyster catcher? That's noisy. That's causing some problems down there. Oh, it's got a friend. Oh, absolutely superb morning this morning here at Lodmoor, and yeah, got some great shots, in-flight action, video, and common tern. Absolutely lovely subject. Anyway, don't forget, if I forget to say earlier, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment. It all helps to grow the channel, and hopefully I can bring you more vlogs from the likes of the beautiful Weymouth. Have a good one. Bye from Camilla and I.